welcome back to International Scale Modeler. I'm Lee. Two things just to start off with. Sorry it's late again, it's becoming a habit now, I know, but there are reasons which I'll go into in a second. Also, you might hear some background noises and everything. That's my son playing in the pool, so I do apologise if you hear shouts and things like that soon. So first of all, I just want to go on to a couple of things, touch base on a couple of things that, rumours that we've heard here at ISM Towers. I've just recently heard a rumour from a good friend that people are saying that I've left ISM or I'm leaving ISM or UMP or whatever. I can just tell you that is complete and utter, okay, absolute complete and utter rubbish, 100%. Why would I leave the company that started and everything, or both companies that started? There's no intention there to leave. There's no, it hasn't even been discussed or anything. So whoever started those rumours, you know who you are. I think you're very, very sad. Okay, that's all there is to it. You're just sad. But that is no intention of that whatsoever. So just to put a few people straight there. But the other thing is, we've had a lot of people whinging about getting videos out on time and things like this. I'd just like to set the record straight about this. Is International Scale Modeler makes no money. It actually costs us nearly £200 a month to run International Scale Modeler, and it's a labour of love for Paul and myself. It's a hobby, it's not a profession, and it costs us a lot of money, it costs us a lot of time, and things like that. So if we don't get a video out on the beginning of the month or something like that, then I'm afraid that's quite tough. Because we do it as just something that we enjoy doing. We're not beholden to anyone with International Scale Modeler whatsoever. It's a free, open forum. The videos are free, all the content's free, everything is free, all the prizes are free. You don't have to click any buttons, you don't have to watch any videos or anything you don't want to. So, to those people that are constantly saying where's the video for this, where's the video for that, I understand that you want to watch it, and that we do appreciate that very much, and it's you know, it's nice to have people want to watch our videos, if you know what I mean. But please, we all live normal lives. I mean, I work, you know, 8-10 hour days. I've got 2 businesses I run. I'm settled in trying to settle my family in a new country and things like that. It sounds like excuses, but it's just life. This is life. Okay, I'm not beholden to anyone for anything. So if the videos are a bit late, I do apologise, but they will be late, and that's that kind of thing. So anyway, so let's get that bit of negativity out of the way. No more negativity. So what we've got coming up on this month's news show, we have the ISM forum update as usual, including GBs SiGs, competitions, prizes, and obviously the GBs and SiGs that are running at the moment. Monthly prize draw winners, minor Paul's current build update, again not a lot for me. Reviews are of some Zeron cutters that Paul's done a review of, and I've been using Zeron for 2 years and I think they're absolutely fantastic, but Paul's done a review on them as well. The Mig Ammo Eastern Front Vehicles Camouflage Profile book as well. So we've got obviously a few other odds and sods coming up as well, but I think first of all we'll go over to Paul and we'll have a look at the review from the Zeron sprue and photoetch cutters.
Hi everyone, Paul from International Scale Modeler. Welcome to another review. Today I've got a review of the Zeron photoetch and plastic sprue cutters. Seen these around for a long time, seen people recommend them an awful lot over the years. I'm a Tamiya tool man through and through. Most of my tools you can see in there, including these sprue cutters. I love Tamiya tools. I've had these particular cutters for 3-4 years now. Absolutely love them, and I think they're going to be hard to beat. But got these for review from Martin at air-craft.net. Been using them now for about 2 weeks exclusively. I've not touched the Tamiya ones to give them a fair go. And to say I'm impressed, I'm absolutely impressed by them. So like I say, I use the Tamiya ones as the plastic ones, and again for the photo etch I used a small Tamiya photo etch scissors, which brilliant tool again. A little bit of information on the back before we get through. The information is identical on the back of each one, so I'm not going to read all. It runs through the manufacturer, about the microshear trademark name to the lifetime warranty, which is all there. So what I'll do, we'll run through it as usual. I'll stop it on certain parts. If you want to read it, pause it, have a look through, and then you can read at your own speed to your heart's content. And it saves me having to sit here reading it all out. So there you go. So what we'll do, we'll start off with the photo etch shears, so we'll move those out of the way. Attractive packaging, blister packing, protected piece of tubing on each cutter so they're not going to poke through the plastic and stab you. A little information on the front, designed by scale modelers, by a scale modeler, recommended photo etch parts only, and the code of these is 9180ET. Now the RRP on these is £24.98, so it's not a cheap tool, but for lifetime warranty you should have a tool for life there. And I've been using these, not these as much, I've only done a little bit of photo etch over the past few weeks. The other one's absolutely superb, so these yet to be proven, but I'm going to show you them cutting a bit of photo etch now. Like I say, I have been using these, I've packaged them up literally just to show you how they came packaged. But we've got a bit of photo etch, we've got a large sheet there, and we've got a smaller sheet there as well. So, like I say, protective tubing on, because these are rather sharp. They're a nice big tool. This is one thing, these scissors are very dainty compared to this. I have hands like shovels, as you can see, so little dainty tools for me can be a bit of a pain. The same with the cutters, you can see the size difference. So to have a bit of a larger tool, pardon the expression, is a definite, you know, improvement. As you can see, look on the close-up camera, they are nice and sharp, very, very well made, and the spring is quite strong. It's a little bit stronger than I probably would have liked. It's good exercise for your hands, but they are razor sharp. I'm not even going to bother touching them, and they've been working very well. So as usual, photo etch normally very tight on the frets themselves, and you can struggle getting it off. Now quite a lot of time I use one of the small shop tools, photo etch cutters, which is a bit of perspex with this on top, and you cut it off with a hobby knife. That can be a bit laborious and it gets a bit tiresome after a while, so being able to cut them off cleanly with a bit of photo etch cutters is very good. Now if you've seen that, it goes through the photo etch like a hot knife through butter. Oh, I can get you on the close-up, there we go, make sure I keep you in shot. It's a case of easing it through. I've gone the wrong way. Easing it through till you're happy. Give it a snip, and away you go, and there's the parts cut off cleanly. And then what I normally do then, you have to come back in with the cutters and just trim the edge up, or use a diamond file, which is probably the better way. But there you go, there's a small part cut off, one side's cleanly, the other side needs cleaning up more, but nice and easy there, no problem cutting off that small part. If you try cutting through a larger bit, so slightly bigger fret, so obviously these aren't photo etch parts, this is just a fret. You see, I can do this literally two-fingered, no problem at all, barely any pressure needed. Very, very high quality tool, and it makes short work of that photo etch. So like I say, not the cheapest tool, but I'm a big believer in you pay for what you get, and for that you're going to get a tool that's going to last you a long time. You can see how easy that's to go through that. The Tammy photo etch ones are okay, but like I say, I mean the size of them to me, they're like little tiny sewing scissors. They are good, they do work, but these are a lot better in my opinion. And again, you get a slightly bigger part, so if you've got a huge fret, it's just so easy to cut through. Real fine controls, you get nice thin cuts. Real good control. You can see them, we'll get stabbed by these now. We've got some nice shards of photo etch. So like I said, the quality is there, the precision's there. If we go for some of these, we've got some AFV Tank Crew headset photo etch for figures. And again, if we just pick a bottom one, pop it in, make sure you're in shot. Snip. Now this is nickel steel, or steel PE, so it's a lot thicker. And again, you can see, gone through it, there's no deformation to the PE part for it being cut. Focus, come on. So even the thicker steel PE is no bother for this. And again, nice close up, trimmed to perfection. So there you go. So there's the photo etch ones. Very, very good. Like I say, I've not used these as much as the plastic ones, just purely because it hasn't dictated the use, but when I have used them, they've proved absolutely faultless and they've performed really well. So these are highly recommended if you're after a new set of photo etch cutters, or you haven't got any. I know a lot of people use scissors and the like. These things are specifically made for it. Very, very well made, and like I say, it's a nice big tool, which is what I like, because I do have quite big hands as such. So there you go, there's the photoetch ones. Next up is the professional sprue cutters. Again, same information on the back, so I'm not going to go through all that again. Same protective packaging, basically the same information, just the different cutters on there, and that's it. So again, protective tubing on. Now these are a lot softer sprung than the photoetch ones. Now whether that's because I've been using them, I don't know, but I don't remember these being as strong. So these are a bit easier on the hand. Again, nice good handful of tool. That's a terrible expression. But you can see there the size difference in the Tamiya. Not quite as big as the photoetch ones. Well, it's exactly the same size actually, I don't know what I'm going on about. But you can see the size difference there, so you do get a bit more of a handful for your money. Again, terrible expression. Who misses. But I've been using these extensively. I've been a busy boy this month in my build, as you'll see when we get to my build update and the news show. I have been prolifically building this month, and these have had a lot of use. As you can see, the wear marks there, but they've been prolifically used over the last month. Very, very sharp, very, very positive, nice sharp point, which is always important when dealing with plastic, because you need to be able to get right in there. If we go for the likes of this figure, if I just, what we'll do, here we go, cut through big sprues, no drama whatsoever. I'm just going to do this for ease, so I can show you guys. So there we go, we cut through the actual sprue itself, no drama at all, really easy. As you can see, barely any pressure needed, and away you go. Nice clean cuts, barely deforms the plastic at all. As you can see, it's a nice straight cut. If I remember right, my Tamiyas do have, from time to time, yep, and there you go, there's the difference. So there's two cuts. This is the Zerons, that's the Tamiya. If you see the way the Tamiyas have pinched the plastic before they cut them, whereas the Zerons haven't, they've gone cleanly through in one go. So while these are great, they're nowhere near as good as the Zeron. I'm sorry, I know a few people have bought them on my back, those Tamiya ones. They're very good. At the end of the day, you're not going to be going really close to your sprue with these, your part with these anyway. But if I cut this now, I'll do it the same way, we should get a nice clean cut, and we do. So you can see, straight cut, it's not perfectly straight because I don't have an angle, but you can see the difference between a pinching and actually cut them clean. So that's the difference, that's the first thing I noticed. But like I say, when you're coming in to cut parts off, you're not going right up to the part, you're keeping away from it so you can sand it down. With these though, I would be a little bit more confident to go a little bit closer and just trim that part off. And as you can see, other than a tiny little bobble of plastic on his head, which I put money on, I could trim that actually closer. Should keep you in shot. There you go. So as you can see, trimmed right up to his head. Bit of a sander on there, a bit of a UMP sander. A couple of seconds with the sander, the polisher, and the buffer, and there you go. Absolutely perfect. You wouldn't even know there was a sprue on there, and that's the difference. That is what you're paying for on these tools. The RRP on this tool is, I'm just going to have a look, it's £22.99. So again, not a cheap tool. I think this one's about £12, but for me the difference in quality is it's obvious, it's there. So like I say, you can get right in. If we go to this guy's legs, you can see there it's very, very tight in there. If we angle the cutter accordingly, they pop right in, get that out of the way. And again, you're left with just two little cut-off points in there. So again, nice clean cut. And like I say, normally I'll keep it well away from the actual plastic itself, the part I'm using itself. But with these, I am confident that it's going to cut cleanly. If we go to a flat part of a flat base like this, I'm going to go right up to the base of the plastic, as close and as tight as I can. So there you go, just those little wisps of plastic. So I can have the confidence to go right in and maybe even trim it just a little bit closer, and that will cut down on your cleanup, and we're nearly cleanly off there. Absolutely perfect, and there's no deformation whatsoever. So for me, these things are highly recommended. I mean, they're not cheap. They're £23 or £25 essentially. But lifetime guarantee on them both, which is a great thing to get with any tool nowadays. Normally lifetime guarantee in the UK, I think it's 10 years is a lifetime guarantee in the UK. I'm sure after that period, if you sent it back to the USA, they would, well, hopefully, I'd hope they'd honour that lifetime guarantee. But I know any products in the UK given a lifetime guarantee, it's 10 years. So there you go. So highly recommended if you're interested in them. Like I say, the photoetch scissors, the code's 9180ET, and they're £24.95 from aircraft.net, and the sprue cutters are 2175ET, and they are £22.99 from air-craft.net. So if you're looking for a pair, pop over. Martin's a fantastic guy. I sing his praises all the time, as a lot of you members do as well. Flawless service, and I see a lot of people around the world using them as well. So there you go. Excellent tools. These will be replacing my Tamiyas. They will now be sitting in there with the rest of my Tamiya tools for forevermore. And you'll see them in builds, so you'll see how I get on with them over the next few months. But for the last 2 weeks, well and truly impressed. There you go. So a couple of Zeron cutters there. Hope you like that review. Like I say, if you want to go and buy a pair, I would highly recommend them without a shadow of a doubt. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the forum.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Paul, for that. As you can see, they're absolutely fantastic. The Zeron stuff is top of the line for cutters and things like that. And I've been using them for 2 years, and to be honest with you, I've got about 4 or 5 different pairs of sprue cutters, and the Zeron are the only ones I use. I don't use any others. I've got a pair of their, not the photoetch cutters, but they're like scissors, and they're fantastic as well for getting really into fiddly bits and things like that. So that's a total recommend from me also. I mean, they are expensive. I think they're, if I remember right, I think I paid like £17 for my Zeron cutters, but they're well worth it. They will last a lifetime as well. They're never blunted or anything like that. Much better than the Tamiya offerings and things like that. Right, so now we're going to go on to the GBs and SiGs that are running on ISM at the moment. Obviously, currently in progress, I mean, this is the middle of the month now, is the Easter egg SiG. Now, this happens every year, just for the month of April, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's really good fun. And it basically is a SiG where you do these egg planes from Japan and things, but you can aircraft. I think someone's doing an aircraft carrier, but you've got planes, boats, cars, people, anything you can think of that comes in this egg-shaped thing. Now, it's absolutely fantastic. Good bit of fun from your normal modelling and things like that as well. Gutted I haven't had time to join in because obviously things are so busy at the moment. But I had the X-Wing, same as Paul, from Retro Kit, but I'm just not going to have time to do it, unfortunately. But that's a great little SiG and running, some great little builds in there as well. Also started on the 1st of April was the In the Navy SiG. There's been a little bit of confusion about this. The fact that people thought there was floaty things and things like that involved. It wasn't. It was naval aircraft. We could have changed the title around a bit maybe, but it's naval aircraft only, so you can get really into your weathering and things like that. It's from any age, any era, any country, so it's quite open. So I know some of them are really battered, those US Navy crafts and everything. So, but that's a good SiG and some good builds going on in that as well. The Modern Armour SiG finished on the 31st of March. Some absolutely fantastic builds in there, and I've got to say I was really envious because I wanted to do my Merkava Mark III for that, my Hobby Box one, but again, as you know, no, not enough time. But some absolutely fantastic builds in that, and I really would have loved to join in with that. But the SiG for that should be out in the next week or so, which Paul is doing. We've also got the Rising Sun GB, which is still going, and that goes on till the 30th of April, so there's 2 weeks left on that to finish those models. So any of you guys that haven't finished and done their reveal videos and photographs and everything, get on with it. 2 weeks left, guys. There's some absolutely fantastic dioramas and things like that in there as well, so I'm really looking forward to the end result on that one. And also, obviously, we came to an end with Tiger 1 tank SiG in honour of Lord Cohen. Thank you, sir. That was a member SiG run by Devon and James on ISM. That's now finished, and again, we've had nothing but Tigers for the last 3 months on ISM. It's been fantastic. It's amazing how they all build up different and things like that. So really impressed with that. And again, James has done a flick over of all the things and an intro for that, and I should do a little bit of a carry-on reveal vid for that, and that'll be out this week as well. So that's all the GBs and SiGs running at the moment. We've also got the next GB starting in the 1st of May. Now that is the Homeland GB. Now the Homeland GB, there's been a few questions about this one also, but basically it's you've got to build a model of something from your country of origin, so your homeland. Now this is going to be anything from 1950 to 2000. And obviously military based and everything, so but you can have anything from your country that was in service between 1950 and the year 2000. So You know, aircraft, trucks, cars. It's got to be military, motorbikes, anything like that. Whatever you want to do. So, quite an easy GB, but homeland GB from your country of origin. So, if you're from Spain or if you're from Norway, Sweden, whatever, you've all got your own little military units. And having a 50-year period from 1950 to year 2000 is going to give you plenty of options to work on, because everyone had at least something in that time scale. Some military form or something, unless you come from, I think, Switzerland. I don't know if Switzerland do as well. Yeah, so pretty much everything. Okay, so that's all the GBs and SiGs. So I think next we're going to go over to another review from Paul, and this is the Mig Ammo Russian Camouflage Profile book. Now I know he's done one of these in the past, I think, but we've got this. He's got this one to do now. Looks like an interesting book. So over to Paul.
Hey guys, Paul from Scale Modeler with another review for you today. This time we've got the Mig Ammo Eastern Front Russian Vehicles 1935 to 1945 Camouflage Profile Guide. Now I've done the, I think it's a 42 to 45 German armour one. I've got the 1945 German colours book. Sorry, the other one was the SS colours book, the first one I reviewed. I bought this today, and I've got the 1945 German camouflage book as well, which I'll review at a later date. Basically, they're very, very nicely published bookazines, as they're known. Not quite a book, and a bit better than a magazine. As you can see, if I flick through it, it's basically giving you all colour profile shots and reference pictures of all various Russian Second World War armour and machines, etc. They're very, very handy as a reference, but more so as an inspiration, because quite often you can be stuck for a camouflage pattern. I like to copy a pattern of a real vehicle if I possibly can, or combine a couple like I did on my Whitman Tiger to produce something that I think depicts the vehicle at that time period. Now, like I said, they're a good reference. It's not necessarily a book to sit there and read, you know, because it literally is about specific tanks. You've got SUs, you've got the KV2, T-34s, etc. all the way down to the earlier vehicles, and right the way down. And like I say, there you go. Do you need inspiration? That's what I like these for. Not necessarily a reference, but fantastic for an inspiration. So if you build a T-34 and you're thinking, right, what should I do? Pop through the book. You might spot a unit with a camouflage pattern that you particularly like, and that's where I think these are really useful. I've used my other ones, well, especially the SS one, a hell of a lot. You've got prologue, a bit of technical colour information. Just stating that it's almost impossible to, you know, properly exactly depict the colours known back then. And a bit of a thing at the bottom there, if I can pop that in you can read it. All profiles in this book are strictly based on deep analysis and research of historical photos, studied to the last details. The book includes just a few examples from the hundreds of pictures from public libraries, editorials and private collectors use create it. If you have any questions, you can contact us for additional information regarding photos use reference. So there you go, they're saying they've took it from real reference pictures. And basically that's it for the whole book. This is one thing I really like in them as well. This runs through the Soviet vehicle colours from 1927 to 45. So you've got all the different greens running through to the browns, all different base colours. Basically protected green, 3BAU, protected green again, 4BO, which is one of the most popular ones, up to 6K, Y7K. Z-2 and IZ3 and 6RP. So just all the different colours that were used throughout the war and early just before it as well. About the different makeups. So 4BO was based on linseed oil, 4BM was with a nitrocellic base, 4BG was water based, oh god, glyptal polymer emulsion latex, mainly used for priming and painting wooden surfaces like truck beds. So a lot of information there, so you can sit there. This is a reference, a very handy one as well. So if you're stuck on a particular vehicle thinking you don't know which colour it had, pop into this. This will give you a basic breakdown and will show you hopefully the colour you want. And Mig should have these colours in his set as well, which is very good marketing and works very well. So there you go. Then it moves on to painting methods. So literally telling you how the paints were applied with a brush or spray gun, same as the Germans. And how they painted them. It's real good information. And the maintenance and cleaning regime, regular stipulations of vehicles in use should be repainted at least once every year Restored equipment every 5 years. During wartime, materials should be inspected and maintained periodically, especially in spring after removing the whitewash when the vehicle has been damaged in localised zones. The paint can be removed from the surrounding areas immediately and repainted to clean up the damaged spots. So giving a bit of maintenance, whether that was carried out in the field, I highly doubt. I think it would have gone all out the window during the actual war itself. But a lot of information there, so it tells you how they were painted, so mainly with a mop and spray gun like the Germans did, on to removing previous coats with chemicals, priming, etc. Painting in the summer months, indoors and in the shade, so it does cover a lot of information there. Not going through it all because I'll be there all day. If you want to read it, go buy the book. On to whitewashable paint, which is basically running through the whitewash that Soviet vehicles are quite well known for. And again, very specific paint was requested. It had to be resistant enough not to scratch or lay contact from the crew. No rusting. It had to be able to be removed by scrubbing or with moistened rag. That would have been a chore and a half. It had to be able to be painted over oil-based paint without negative effects on the paint. Easily applied in the field under combat conditions, and it had to stand out against snow. Not stand out against snow when using special filters in the gun sights. So a few regulations and stipulations there. And again, a lot of information to read through, and that is a great reference. Very, very good. On to the first thing, we're on to trucks. So you got various, the cargo trucks, the GAS, which is, I think that's what I built for my IL2 diorama. I think it is, it looks like it. Different guises, you got one with machine guns on, cargo trucks, anti-aircraft, with multiple rocket launchers on the back. So some very interesting vehicles. So if you've got one of these in your stash, you could scratch build, add these to it to make the vehicles more interesting. There's information on them, where they were, the colours they were painted in. So again, this is where the inspiration comes in, because you can go through, think, oh, I like that, I'll add that to my truck, etc, etc. Or you just like these unusual camo patterns, you can add it to your vehicles. And this is what I like these books for. I can't remember the exact price, I don't know if it's on the back. I've got a feeling I paid about £18 for it. So it's not a cheap book, but as an inspirational reference, I think they're very, very good. I know a few people have slated these in the past, but I think they're really good as a reference and inspiration, like I keep saying. But there you go, all the way through. We're on to T26 light tank. Some excellent tiger stripe in there, on there. We've got Romanian all the way through, very light whitewash there. So again, like I say, you got a lot of reference material there, a real picture of the actual tank. Onto the BT now, and you've got one there that's been placed into the ground as a static pillbox. Funny enough, me and Coleman talked about that the other day. So various different units. I'm sure that one's got no tracks on it. Oh, I didn't realise they could be driven without tracks. That's quite cool. I didn't know that. I do now. So there you go, you learn something new every day. And as you can see, you're going through from plain green, light green, two-tone camo, three-tone camo, and again, different variants of it as well. So very, very good. Like I say, we're moving on forward through the years. T28, very unusual looking tank, and again, some cracking camouflage patterns there. I like that one, with the whitewash on it. And the blue lines to disrupt the silhouette, that's very good. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Again, you got T50, Finnish Army. It gives you the FS colours it was painted in. So again, if you're looking to do something a little bit outside the box, come through the book, have a look, and I guarantee you pick something up. I've used mine for my my Panther I had. Did for 7 Hendrix SiG. For the Tiger I did for Mike SiG. I've used them a lot recently as inspiration for camo patterns. If you don't use a specific one, you can combine it with another to make, something a bit more interesting outside the box. KV1 we're on to now. And again, various different camo patterns. You've got two-tone, hard edge, you've got soft edge, whitewash. So there is a lot of different colours. I'm just reading that one. It's a knockdown vehicle, so it's been on fire. So again, great inspiration if you want to do a knockdown vehicle to show what the fire effects were. Right the way through. There's just all sorts. There's a captured one. There you go, there's a KV1. Captured by the German army, I'm just reading it. Big tank with Balkan Cruiser and black stripe. Okay, yeah, so they put the Balkan Cruiser on, the black stripe, although it's whitewashed, and obviously the profile is still Russian. You'd hope that that'd give any German counterparts the indication that it was one of their own vehicles. And again, another captured one there, which I think are really interesting subjects. I've got a T-34 76 German Army, which has got, I think, it's a Panzer II or 4 cupola on it. Cracking kit, and again, I'll be going through this when I come to build that. Looking for inspiration. KV2, which is an absolutely mental looking thing. There you go, that's a great one. So you got a swastika, Balkan Cruise, very crudely painted on the side. Unidentified Wehrmacht unit from Belarus. Yeah, like that. So it's hand painted. Got on the turret as well for identification. That's a very cool one. Onto the SU, you've got the typical, what you see, iconic Russian writing that appears on the tanks that they're quite popular in doing. Nice tiger striping and a whitewash. SU-85. ISU 122. So it does give a real good. There's a Leningrad one there. It's quite cool. Air recognition. Red symbol on the roof. I like that. I'm liking the old the camouflage of the. Let me go just close in on this one. I like that. So you can see it's got flowers and branches painted on there. That's really cool. If you could depict that in 35th scale, that would look absolutely awesome. Really do like that one, that's really cool. So like I say, there you go, there's a bit of inspiration. A lot of captured ones. Finish arm with the reverse swastika. Some great camouflage on the ISU 152 there at the top. Liking that one. So that's it really. Onto the T-34 again, various different colours. I'm trying to look for any ones that are a bit outside the box. Oh, and that's quite a cool one with the cross hatch on it. Because again, book reviews can be a little bit boring. You find yourself waffling like I'm doing right now. So let's find anything outside the box. You guys can still look. You can pause if you want. Have a look closer. But I really do like these books. They're not cheap, like I say. They're normally around the £15 to £20 mark. I think this was about $18.99. But I really do like them as a source of inspiration. T-34 85. Hoping we're going to get something a bit outside the box here, like that one. It's got quite an unusual camo pattern on it, quite like that one. There we go, there's an unusual one. So you've got white cloth additions to disrupt the profile of the tank, that's quite cool. You get to pick that quite easy using, I don't know, tissue with PVA to depict the cloth. That's really cool, I do like that one. Hate to think of that thing getting snagged in the wheels though, because I think it would happen. Again, there you go, T-34 85. The Baltic front. So you've got garlands of tree material. Now that is really cool. Just going to read about it. Garlands of artificial greenery. So I've no idea what that means. Are they using camo nets? But that is awesome. I really do like that. And this is the kind of thing I like. Something a little bit more unusual. Looks so cool in 35th scale. Very, very good. There you go, onto IS2. Huge thing, absolutely immense. Great camo patterns there. And like I say, just all the way through, it's covering all the basic armour the Soviets had. At the back we've got a bit more Finnish army. Very cool. Very cool reference shots. And then a bit of information on the back. I was reading this yesterday, funnily enough, a bit of on the Russian unit identification system, 1932 to 1938. So it runs through when they've got stripes on, dotted lines and numbers. So if you can see that, so 1st Battalion or Company is a red line at the top, which is this. 2nd Battalion or Company is a white line. So whether it's the dotted line, I don't know. Just read that quickly. Doesn't say, unfortunately. So yeah, it gives you information on identification of the battalion or company. So you got red line, white line, blue, black, yellow. So obviously that'll help you if you're doing a specific unit you've seen. It doesn't tell you about the dotted line, so I'm not sure about that. So you've got a before 1941, a after burnout, so the tank's been burnt out, what the paintwork might look like, and then after a repaint in 41. So you can see underneath, you still see the vague colours underneath, but with the unit identification on the side instead. And on the back, a dedicatory, that's an unusual word, just thanking everybody who's helped and to Soviet soldiers died in the battlefield in the Second World War. So that's quite a nice little touch. At the back, it's got 2 fold-out parts, which I haven't seen in these yet. You've got one on the Soviet colours, bit of advertising, and on the back, just a bit more information about this. And it's also got on the front as well. Just find it a bit unusual to not have anything inside, but that's by the by. A couple of completed models, whether they are real models. That one there is absolutely stunning. Beautiful camouflage pattern. Very, very nice. So there you go. Eastern Front, Russian Vehicles 1935 to 45 by Mig Ammo. Cracking inspiration. I've got 3 of these now. I'll get to the later war German colours as and when I can. But great inspiration if you're stuck on a particular vehicle, or if you're not sure which camouflage pattern to do, or whether to add something to your flatbed truck. Great to have a flick through and have a quick read, and hopefully give you that much needed push to get a build done. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope my waffling on about a book hasn't proved to you boring as usual. And like I say, if you want to go and buy it, a lot of places in the UK sell it, all around the world. You're more likely to get it on Amazon, and it's a well worth a look, as are the other 2. And hopefully Mig will keep bringing out more of these books, because I really do like these. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you around. I'll see you on the forums.
Right, thanks for that, Paul. As you can see, it looks so nice, colourful. The good thing about those books are they're very colourful. And I think they're very aesthetic and pleasing to the eye to look at and read, and the content seems to be good as well, which is nice. So back to forum news. Obviously, as we say each month, the kit review section is going on strong. We've got loads more YouTube reviews of kits and everything added each month. Please continue to do so. Everyone's efforts on that is fantastic, so thank you very much to you guys. We're going to come up to the monthly prize draws next. Is it morning or afternoon? I don't think so. It's middle of the day and the cockerel's going. But the monthly prize draw winners, we've had, I don't want to keep chasing people because obviously it's a time thing for me, but if you do win a prize, or you win a SIG or a GB or anything like that, please send a picture of you with your prize and you, and we can put that in the Rogues Gallery on ISM. It's actually great to see people with their prizes and everything, and give you a bit of kudos and everything as well. So please remember to do that. So let's go over to the prize draw. So this time there's 2 prizes. Obviously the first prize, sponsored by E-Models, is the Meng 135 US Cougar 6x6 MRAP vehicle. Now this looks absolutely fantastic. Looks a cracking looking model. I think there's quite a bit of plastic in the box as well. Very nice looking, and it's brand new out last month, so very kind of E-Models to thank that. So thank you guys over there. And the winner of the Meng MRAP is Pug Moog. From Witness in UK. So well done, Pug Moog. You win that. And now we go on to the second prize. The second prize is obviously sponsored by ourselves, Ultimate Modern Products, and we've got an ISM thinner and cleaner bundle plus a photoetch placer as well. And the winner of that is Tim Tang Tung. Tim Tang Tung from Melbourne in Australia. So well done to you, buddy. You get those, and well done to both of you. So if you could both PM me your addresses on ISM, that would be fantastic. We'll get those packed up and out to you ASAP. Well done, guys. Right, okay, so we're going to have a quick look at our benches now. We're going to have a quick look at my bench. It's going to be a quick report because I haven't had much done since the last. I did get a bit done, but not a lot since the last news show. So we'll go over to my bench and have a look and see what I have managed to accomplish. Right, okay, so what's been going on my lonely bench? Well, first of all, obviously there is my Tiger 1 for the in honour of Lord Cohen group build. Unfortunately, as you can tell, I have completely missed the date on that, missed the boat. Not for want of trying, I've got to say, and I've apologised personally to Mike because I really wanted to get this done, and because just to show appreciation of Mike's contribution to our hobby and the community in general. But you know, as we've said many times already, time constraints and life and blah blah blah, and I know that Mike fully understands. And is an all-round fantastic guy anyway. So, but anyway, this is where I got to on it. Now, if you go to the overhead, you should be able to see. I put the base colour down. This was, oh god, I would have fit on the camera, wouldn't I? Hold on a sec. There you go. This was the one that I went for, which was number 1. and it's a Noe Kozeri from 1944. I love it because it's got this yellow ring on the numbered ring on the barrel. I just thought was really cool, and I like the scheme as well. It's quite funky. As you know, I've never done armour, so well, not an armour person. But this is where I got to. As you can see, it's hopefully this is picking it up. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Let's see if you can see. It's been pre-shaded, and then I've done some post shading as well. So hopefully you can see the light and dark areas on there. And I think I'm happy with it. It's come out quite well. I've done a little bit of modulation on there, not a great deal, just a bit to accentuate some hatch tops and handle tops, things like that, just to make them pop up a little bit more, because they would be the more bleached of the top of the headlight there and things like that. They will be the more bleached areas. You can see like the stems on here. So hopefully that will show up post weathering and everything. As you can see, I haven't got the other. I've got to get the green on there now. The olive grun, is it? I think it is. Olive grun. It was in my. That's the Dunkelgelb, and that's the Dunkelgelb. Yeah, olive grun. So I've been using the Mig Ammo. So that's actually came out really nice. That Mig Ammo. I've been using it with thinning it with Mr. Colour Thinner, which is what you have to thin it with. It's a very strange paint. It's unfortunate you've got to use a lacquer thinner to thin it, but it's, as I was going to say, as far as ammo AFE go, it's the most comprehensive range of colours for AFE, I think, and it's very easy to just reach up, grab a bottle, using you know, Ammo's guide here and everything, to pick up paint for your AFE. So this is my go-to for AFE, and I don't use them for anything else either. I do only use them for AFE, which is not a lot. So the paint should last me quite a while. But as you can see, I'm happy with this. I didn't do any interior, as you can see. I've built it, but I haven't done anything with it. There's no point. I've gone with closed hatches, things like that. I wanted to do more, but I knew I wouldn't. Time would be a problem, and it ended up being a massive problem. But as you can see, I've put some weights in there. Now I've weighted a few of the models for my AFE. I've always found they feel a bit light in the hand. So what I've done is I've put these tyre weights in there, and there's probably about what, 10, 20, 30, about 80 grams in there. So that's really, it's weighted it down really nicely. It feels nice in the hands, and it just feels. It gives me a sense of, trouble is with modelling, I tend to get a bit rough sometimes. When I put all the little odds and sods on, I tend to knock them off because I just spin round. With the weight on there, it actually helps me think to be careful more than anything. So yeah, I've done that. But then I thought, when I didn't make the deadline for the build, I thought, well, I'll tell you what I would do. I'm going to invest in some Tiger One floor tracks, something I've never done before, obviously. Although I've done all the research and everything for our burnishing liquid. I wonder what one I'm going to use for these floor tracks. Let me think now. But anyway, so those will be going on. I can take my time with it. I did want to do a diorama for this for Mike, which I said to right at the beginning I couldn't do because of time constraints. But now I'm going to make this quite a long project. I'm going to do a diorama with it and everything. It will be my first diorama, or my first tank diorama. I've done an aircraft diorama, yeah. So this will be a year-long project now. I think it's got to the point now where I haven't got it done in a time scale, but to honour Cohen, I can do it to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm going to do, and I know Mike will appreciate that, so because he's just a good guy. That is my main thing done. The other thing was I finished my Darth Vader TIE Fighter, as you can see, and this is one of the Metal Earth kits. You can see it came out absolutely fantastic. I love it. Absolutely brilliant, and real good test of your skills, I think, because they're not particularly easy, but they're not particularly hard either, but they're fiddly, you have to think about it. You can't just whack them together. You do have to think about the order and the process that you're going to do it, because bending one piece after you've bent something else is near on impossible. So, and you don't want to weaken the metal by keep undoing it and doing it back up, which I've knackered one doing that, which was a Tiger 1 tank, which is really, really fiddly, which I've got downstairs. I forgot to bring up to show you on the video. But as you can see, fantastic detail, excellent, and they look great on the shelf. I've just got them on the shelf up there, and they look absolutely fantastic. So that was another one that I've finished off. I did start this as well, which I can take off with my F-clamp, haha. And this is just a Pegasus Models, oh God, I can't even remember the name of it now, Cosmonauta or something like that. And it's just basically a little rocket. This is 350 scale. And it's just something I literally knocked together the other day. As you can see, there's a little bit of seamage at the back there, which I've filled. I haven't even had time to do anything about that at all. But this was one of those I painted when I was painting the Tiger. I was waiting for one of the coats to dry, and I was a little bit bored, and I thought, well, I don't get much time at the bench, and I don't want to just sit here waiting for paint to dry. So I had this in the stash, and it only cost me like £4 or something silly. So I thought, oh, I'll quickly throw that together. So literally, I did throw it together while I was waiting for the paint to dry, and then I did another coat, and then so I've done all the seams and everything. Apart from that last one's just got to be sanded down. But apart from that, that's pretty much ready for paint. Apart from that one seam, so that's going to be. I'm probably going to do an Alclad on that. And I'm going to do the Alclad Chrome, which is this one, 107. And as you can see, that is really chromy and really, really shiny. And that's looking on the box, which I haven't got anymore. I did chuck the box away. That's what it's going to look like. Or I've got white aluminium. I could do it in that as well. I mean, that's going to be quite nice, but it's a bit duller than the chrome, as you can see, but it's going to be shiny. It's got to be shiny, so that will be done very, very soon as well. I'm sure when I get my day again, and this is just an in-between thing for the Tiger while I'm waiting for stuff to dry on that and things like that, so that'll be done and finished long before the Tiger, I'm sure, but it's only a little thing. I think my next actual build, my proper build, I'm going to go back to aircraft, and I'm going to do this one. I think I said this last month. Obviously we sell these on UMP, but that's not the reason for me doing it. I think it's an awesome looking aircraft. It's got this where they've got these inlets here. It just makes it give that like a hound face, very doggy, I think, and I think it's quite a different looking jet compared to most others. So I really want to get stuck into that. I've got some aftermarket for it as well, so hopefully I will get a day this month. I had one day of modelling last month, which I got all that Tiger work done in, and that was about 4 or 5 hours. Hopefully I'm going to try and take a day off this month to do a bit more to that. Obviously I've got to do the green camouflage, and then I'll put the base coat of gloss on it, and then it'll be ready for weathering and stuff like that. But what I forgot to do this. I did all the paint and all the base paint and everything, and I forgot I had a box of wheels to do, so I've still got to do the bloody wheels anyway, so I can't believe I forgot to do those. So those all got to be put on sticks and everything and done as well. But that's pretty much my update. As I say, very small, short one. Pauses a lot longer as per normal, but there you go. So back to the show. Right, so there you go. Not an amazing amount, although I did get a lot done in the day that I had put aside for it. As I said, I hopefully had a couple of more days put aside, but one thing and another, life, you know how it is. I'm not going to keep on banging on. I have been banging on about it, but there you go. So now we're going to quickly go to Paul's section. Obviously going to be much bigger than mine, and he's always prolific as always. So over to Paul.
Thanks, Lee. So welcome to another section of news show. What's been going on this month? Well, loads of entries to Mike's Tiger SiG finished. I think there was 34 in total finished, so an excellent turnout. Mike very kindly did the reveal slideshow himself, even though it was his own SiG, and James Duval did the introduction for it. That video is now with Lee and should be uploaded hopefully very soon with the announcement of the winners on there. And like you say, the standard work for it, I think, absolutely superb. fantastic, very high quality levels of work, and very proud to everybody who entered and finished, or entered and didn't manage to finish. Hopefully you'll finish at a later date. We've got in the Navy started, the Eggplane SiG started, and obviously Mike's Tiger SiG ended. In the Navy I really want to enter, but all the kits I've got are quite in-depth builds, like Edward's Danger Zone or the Royal Class Hellcat. They're all big builds. I've already got a lot of builds out at the minute, so really want to take part, don't know if I'm going to, but I'll see at a later date. Eggplane build started. You'll see my build in a minute. We go to the bench. A lot of good entries in that, a lot of great ideas. Clems, wow, Clems is just awesome. Really fantastic build. And again, that finishes at the end of the month, so if you want to join, quickly join in. You've got a few weeks to join. And get in there and really enjoy the fun. The Eggplane builds are great. A lot of people don't like the Eggplanes. I do. They're a little bit different, but they look great. Like I said, the Tiger SiG ended. Excellent. So a lot of entries, a lot of starts, a lot of finishes, which is always good. We've got buddy builds on the forum. We've got Jermaine's 132 buddy build, any 132 aircraft, which I'm a part of with my SU, which I haven't touched this month, unfortunately. There's a couple of proposed buddy builds for later on in the year between the Hangout guys, and anybody else is welcome to join by any means. They'll go on the forum, so if you want to join you certainly can. One of them is Panzer 3, so any Panzer 3 variant, and one is the Tiger P, so anyone with a Tiger P can join in. My builds we'll get to in a minute, see how I've got on. I've been prolific this month. The update on my build is 25 minutes long, so that's why I'm going to keep this short, so don't overrun the news show. I've got a lot done this month. I've been very busy. I've been busy with everything this month, with home life, plumbing work, UMP, modelling. I haven't stopped, and that's great because I've really enjoyed it, and that's what it's all about. Hangouts happening every night as usual. Great, good laugh. Not a place for anybody who's easily offended, but we have a good laugh in there. And if anybody wants to join, the link goes up on ISM every night. It goes up on the Facebook page. Come and join us. You need a tough skin and a good sense of humour to join us, but by all means come and join us, or you can watch us on YouTube, which I know a lot of you do. Speaking of the Hangouts, on the 18th, Saturday, the 18th of April, we've got another speed build planned. A little bit longer than usual. It's going to be a 3-hour one, because we're going to build a Metal Earth kit, which is the photoetch kit that again myself and Lee sell. Mine is here somewhere, it's actually up there. I'm going to build a Star Destroyer, Star Wars, so that's going to be great fun. We're going to be doing that, it'll probably be around 8:30, 9 PM UK time. We'll start that 3-hour run through, because it's going to take a little bit longer. I need to finalise with all the Hangout guys, and again, if you want to join, I'm not sure if we have any spaces free, but all you have to do is PM me on Facebook or the forum and just say, look, is there any room? I'll finalise the guys that are joining, and I'll say yes there is, and if there's room I will send you a private link to the Hangout then, so you actually do get a space in there. But I'm not sure how many are in it. I know there's at least 6 or 7 of us that I know of so far, so it's fairly full. And but again, just pop me a PM and there's room, I'll let you in. That's it really, not much else to talk about. Forums busy, Facebook's busy. One thing I did want to say about, I've been posting a lot of my work to Facebook lately, on different groups as well, which I do for various reasons. A, to show my work, B, to bring people to ISM, and it does work. Posting on ISM seems to have a bit of a detrimental effect on the forum though. Myself and Mike have noticed, Cohen, that if you post pictures of your work on Facebook, you'll get a few likes and comments. You don't get any on the forum then. My heart's always with the forum, so I'm going to reduce the amount of pictures I put on Facebook and just keep them on the forum, I think. But it's nothing bad. It's just something I have noticed with our builds, that you get comments on Facebook but not on the forum. So obviously if you've seen it already, you're not going to comment, and that's the way it works. So if we reduce that, hopefully it'll be more traffic back to the forum. As I always say, the forum's where my heart lies, and that's what I'm committed to, is getting that forum as busy and as the best forum we can get it out there, which it is already, I think. It's prolifically busy and getting harder and harder to keep up with the regular posts. So there you go, so that's my waffle. We're going to keep it short, I think it's about 7 minutes. We'll head over to the bench and we'll have a look at my current builds and how everything's going. Okay, so my current builds. So we've got 3 completed, and 2 started, and 1 progressing, and 1 I haven't touched again. So gathering all the work together I've done this month, I can see how prolific I've actually been. We do a lot of modelling hangouts of a night. I've been here anyway, but we all chat together via the Google Plus Hangouts. and I get a hell of a lot of work done in them. I really do. A few people say they're not very they're good for the work because you get waylaid taunts people, but I get a lot of work done in them. So I've got 3 completed, 2 dioramas, 1 aircraft. So literally a buddy build completed, a GB completed, and a SiG completed this month. I've started another buddy build, I've started another SiG, and I've got my video build ongoing as well. So we'll start off with the video build. We've got the Vigan, which you've been following the build, you'll see we're exactly where we're at. We've got the cockpit assembled, all in the fuselage, the front of the fuselage halves filled up, as you can see. I haven't got my close-up camera because I'm going to use that in a minute as the a walk around for the other builds, but we're coming a little bit closer on this one. As you can see, it's all buttoned up. It's buttoned up really nicely, glued really easily. There was barely any seam mark there at all. If you've watched the video, you see me deal with it in just a few minutes. As you can see there, we put some molten plastic in there, which is just Tamiya extra thin with a bit of sprue chucked in. It makes like a plastic glue, and as you can see, it dries absolutely rock hard. So in the next video update, that's ready to be sanded off. We'll get a bit of rescribing in where we've lost a little bit of detail at the top, just there and there. We'll get hopefully the rear section on and start getting this thing looking like a big one. So that's that. We've got the exhaust done, all the PE inside there. The drop down reverse thrusters are in there as well. So kit parts and PE in there. They're a bit tricky. Especially the instructions are quite vague. If you watch the video, you know what I mean. And I think, is it that way? Yeah, they fit in there like so, and then assembled in the back of the aircraft, and they're going to look absolutely great once painted up and attached. So the Vigan's coming along. Obviously, I only build this when I'm videoing. I don't tend to touch it unless I am doing that. So it's not a progress you're going to see a lot every month. It's going to be a stage, because I try and do it's normally a video a month. So it's not going to be a massively, leap as we get through. So I'll pop that over there. What we do have that's going to start very soon, and I can grab it, it's under here, there she is the Russian Kraz. Now, I reviewed this just a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic kit, highly impressed by that, absolutely stunning. Absolutely gobsmacked how good that kit is. Mainly sell them at UMP as well. And I'm not saying any of this because we sell them, but it is a truly superb kit. I'm going to build this, and I'm going to do a technique guide like I did with the 109 for aircraft. I'm going to do this as an ARM one. Technically it's not really armour, but it's a truck. It's an army, Russian army truck, so it is. And I can do all the techniques and more to this that you can do on armour. So hopefully, not sure how many parts we're going to do. I know Mike's got one that's about 23 parts long, and it's massively in depth. It's a superb guide on armour modelling. I'm going to, hopefully mine will be up there with Mike's. Probably won't be because Mike's an armour master. But a lot of people have been asking for it, so I'm going to do it anyway. Like I say, we're having wheels, windows, we can do a bit more techniques on there. The flatbed truck at the back, we show wood effects, with a bit of, chipping solution, etc. So this will cover it, and it's a phenomenal kit. I am itching to start this. But knowing that the new show is up and running, due, I didn't start building it. I'd left it, but it'll be the first job I start filming. Where are we today? It is Thursday. My God, over the days. Yeah, it's Thursday today. So hopefully over the weekend I get it ready and start filming Monday next week. So there you go. So that's video builds, one underway, one about to be started. We've got the annual ISM Easter egg plane build. I've got a little bit out of the box here, and I've got Retro Kits X-Wing Fighter. Absolutely superb thing. Myself and Lee picked these up at Telford. We got one each. Hoping Lee's going to build his. So if you're watching this, Lee, let us know in the new show. I really do hope you're going to build it, because it's great. It's dead quick to build. It's a bit of a bugger to mask up, because I'm just going to grab the decals, which I forgot to grab. The decals are baffling me a little bit. These are decals that come with the kit. If you've watched the Hangouts, you'll see me moaning about this, because I've been for the past couple of days. The red stripes on the side. Yeah. Don't know what the hell's going on there. Whether you got to cut them to size or what, I have no idea whatsoever. Whether I got the wrong decals, I'm not sure. I'm going to fire an email off to RetroKit and ask them, because that is just crazy. On the wings, you see the other markings as well. They're just massively overscaled. So I don't know what's going on there. It's a shame, because I wanted to use this TIE Fighter kill chart on the side. to pop on the side of the X-Wing because I thought it was going to look interesting, but that's by the by. Those decals, useless. Absolutely useless. So if you've watched the hangouts of me building this, you will see many an hour of me swearing prolifically, masking this thing off, because everything that isn't white on this has been masked off by hand. So all the markings, the canopy, everything, there's a lot of hours worth of masking in there. I got it all masked up, sprayed up to the night. I was actually doing this to show it in the news show because I wanted to get to this stage. We've worn some of the decals I've painted in as such, by a little bit of chipping with a paintbrush and some sponge. Next step, it would be a clear coat with some aqua gloss and an oil wash all over to give it that really worn effect, and then we'll add some battle damage blaster marks and see what else we can add. I'm using real prop pictures as inspiration, but cracking little kit, probably about 24 parts small resin, very easy to clean up. There's barely any clean up on any of it, just a little bit of sanding here and there. Got a little R2 unit on the back, as you can see is a minion style R2. You also get an R4 unit, and it also comes with legs, landing gear as well, because you can close the X-Wing down to have it in its landing position. I did have an idea for a diorama, doing a diorama of Dagobah, where Yoda lives. Going to do a swamp with this thing landed, but I just didn't like the look of it with its wings closed, so I thought sod that. So what I need to source is a stand of some sort for it to have it in flight, but it's excellent, pardon the pun, little X-Wing, and I've enjoyed building this. The masking's been a nightmare, but this thing's going to look great when it's done, and it's really interesting. A lot of great egg builds out there as well. Well done everybody that's taken part, and shame on you people who haven't. But it's great, really enjoyed that one. So that's another good one that's coming along really well. Something I have been building for a while, I've got to be careful because this thing I've built and left as is because I wanted to show it in this stage on the news show, but it's literally got its wheels pushed on the side, and the slightest movement, you're going to hear them fall off, I can guarantee it. The slightest movement, off they come. So what we got here, and I'll grab the box to show you it, is a 1987 Gun Sanyo high-tech kit. So that's my other camcorder there. Tammy's going to switch off in a minute. No, you're not, because I need you in a second. So this is 1987, nearly 30 years old, Panther G, and as you can see, you get a mixture of plastic, white metal, photo etch parts. If I bring this up to this camera, you can see the amount of white metal parts there. Yep. And the picture of the tank itself. To say it's an in-depth build is an understatement. If you watch the hangout, you've seen me effing and blinding at this thing like a sailor. It really has been a bit of an ass kicker. It really has. There's myself, Cohen, Michael Campbell, and Jonathan Bellows building this together. And every one of us, it's been an ass kicker. It really has. A very in-depth build. So basically, you got a lot of white metal parts on the kit. Sadly, they are over scale. A lot of them. I think Mike's convinced this is 32 scale rather than 35. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my other camera and we'll take you for a little walk around of the model. We'll try and keep as shake-free as possible. We don't want it to be your normal handy-cam footage. So as you can see, if we go down to the bottom, you've got brass parts on the side for the antenna tubes, white metal tools which are hugely overscale, PE fenders which were pre-bent, all those rivets which are the size of buckets are pinheads, and these are the other thing that have driven three of us around the bend. You get full-size pins, and you have to cut them to within 1 or 2 millimeter, drill through and push them through. So very hard work. We've got white metal sprockets which don't fit. I had to trim the teeth off mine, as you can see. They're missing, they need putting in position. Model cast and tracks, which again were a pig. Many an hour of swearing at those things on the hangout. Around the back, we've got, this is where mine and Mike's is a bit different to John's. We've got white metal parts on the back, hatches, a dragon cupola, because the kit cupola is absolutely shocking. Myself and Mike replaced these. John is building this completely out of the box. I think I've added like 2 different parts to it, including the engine set, which we'll get to in a minute. Mike's is basically a dragon kit. No, I'm only joking, Mike. Mike's added a lot of extra parts to his. He wasn't happy with. Mine's like in between. Mine's like a hybrid. As you can see, the wheels are loose on the back. For a 30-year-old kit, near enough, it's a fantastic kit. The plastic parts are phenomenal, and a lot of Dragon's kits come from these kits because they were bought the rights off Gun Sanyo 2 Dragon. So you can see a lot of the Dragon bits in there. Some of the white metal fitted great, some of the white metal looks great. These grills on the back, the vents, etc. really nice. Escape hatch is good, and some of the parts of tools are shocking. Really bad. The hatches are just overscale. I don't know what's going on with the barrel mounted MG, that's just terrible. We've got an RB barrel because the standard barrel's too long by a centimetre, which is quite big when you scale it up 35 times. And I've added an Alpine crew, which are truly stunning. Very, very nice crew. Got a commander, the co-driver, and my I think, yeah, I have got another figure. He's inside actually. So excuse the camera going off to one side. There you go. There's my driver inside. He is a Jaguar Alpine hybrid. There you go. There's the firewall for the engine, which we'll get to in a second. Like I say, myself and Mike. My hatch is loose there as well. It's not connected yet. I have made this build a little bit more difficult by adding a Verlinden engine set. Now, the standard kit doesn't get this. Myself and Mike have added this. I'm probably going to have to remove that turret, so we'll pop that off. There we go. And we'll pop it in. So we have to cut out this rear deck. All this here had to be cut out to enable this to be fitted. I'm just going to grab some tweezers. And I'll show you. So the first part is, you've got the hatch, which you can lift off. And you can see the engine through the top. So there's the air cleaners, the carburetors, etc. And then you go the next step and you take the entire rear hatch off, like so. And you can see right in. So we got cooling system, cooling hoses. Obviously there's the fan, just there, sorry, which is underneath one of the vents. And complete PE, firewalls, surrounds, everything. There's a lot of stuff in the bottom of this that you can't see. There's torsion bars, there's a lot of detail down the bottom of there, and that thing was again a bit of an ask. The whole kit has been quite draining. It's very satisfying to get done, but very tedious to build. I've got 2 more of these in the stash. I've got a Jagd Panther and a Panzer III, and I'm considering getting rid of them because they're just such hard work to do. Down the back we haven't got much light, I have to excuse that. Here we go. Storage bins, jack, way over scale, exhaust, etc. all on there. And like I say, although it's a bit of a pig of a kit to build, it's really satisfying at the same time. And I've left it like this. It's been left like this now for about 4 or 5 days because I wanted to show you it in this state because I think it looks really cool. Bit sad really, to see it how it looks without any primer on. So as soon as this is finished tonight, I will probably prime this because I've been dying to get back at it. And then we get the figures painted, diorama of some sort. I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll have a little think. But like I say, a bit of an ass kicker, but a very satisfying build. I've left the skirt off the side of mine. I don't want the skirt on. I don't think Mike's had it is. I think John is though. Mike's is a destroyed vehicle. It's been hit by a Soviet anti-tank round. But like I say, I've built one now. Whether I'll ever build another one, I don't know. We'll see. But that's by the by anyway. There you go. So Panther G by Gun Sanyo. Waffled on about that one for a bit. I do apologise. So we'll get this out of the way. It's all going to fall to bits probably now. Like I said, I've been busy this month, so I've got a lot to get through. So they're all the started builds. This is one completed. So this is for the Rising Sun GB. This is Hasegawa's, oh god, I forget the name now, let me turn around. It is a N1K1 J.A. Shidden George, or as I renamed him, Steve. This was a kit I started, completely lost all my mojo on. Thought, right, let's get it done, let's get it finished for the group build, and let's try and get it finished, and I did. So there we go. All built, cracking little kit of build, it went together with no problems whatsoever. It really did build really nicely. I painted it with the new AK Interactive Air series of IGN colours, which beautiful colours. Underneath, Citadel's metallic paints, which turned out really well. Citadel metallics, Runfang steel, the old Mithril silver, are by far the best acrylic metal colours. The pigments are nice and small, they don't look too big, and it's come out really well. We've got stenciled meatballs. I can't remember the proper name for them now, begins with a H. So I made some masking tape stencils for the wings and the sides and underneath, and we also masked off and painted the yellow warning markers on the lead edges of the wings as well. Different weathering stage this time. I did an oil wash all over using enamel, using AK's panel liner wash that worked really well, gave a good effect. Just wanted to try it, something different. And I then used pastels, so pastel chalks ground down, a few green ones I had, and hopefully there you can see the tone of variation on those panels. I dusted it in, ground it in, wiped it off, and we did different colours, different stages, different effects everywhere, and I think it's given it a quite worn look. I don't like my aircraft overly weathered without going too far. Underneath was done the same to get that real grimy look. We've got exhaust streaks from the exhausts, top and bottom, and very light gun staining from the guns on the wings as well. So consider it was something I wasn't particularly interested in building. It turned out quite well. The canopy was masked nicely, antenna wire was added. So I really did, once I got the mojo back, once I got to the paint stage, I really did enjoy the build actually. And I'm glad I pushed myself through to get it finished. And there we go, so that's my Rising Sun GB. Nice to have entered it and finished, which is great. Next up is the Hellcat that you saw last month. This is going to go on for a bit because I've got this one and one more to get through. So this is the M18 Academy Hellcat with Alpine crew again. I'll keep the top shot on. So we've got 2 Alpine crew in the turret and a Nemrod driver figure down below. It's a full Black Dog resin stowage set on it. Task of 50 cal to replace the kit one because it was awful, and throttle tracks on the side. I'll grab the other camera, we'll go round. The throttle tracks I used in the guide for the burnishing fluid. And again, love building this. Buddy build between myself, Sebastian, Charles, John, and I think that's it, 4 of us. Probably 5 of us there, I'm miscounting, but no, there's 4 of us. Came out really well. If I grab the other camera and we'll have another look around again. So, like I say, the Alpine crew turned out very well. Very happy with these guys. They look great. Task of 50 cal is just a work of art. It really is absolutely stunning. The Nemrod figure, very nice as well. We added a tow cable. We replaced the crappy Academy one with some copper wire. Throttle tracks. Again, had a great effect. No sag on the US vehicles because they're live tracks. Very simple diorama base with some leaves which you got on the wheels, around the front of the tracks. May redo this diorama base, or I may add the vehicle to a different diorama at a later date. And again, around the back to the Black Dog resin stowage, which was absolutely beautiful. Again, not overly weathered the tank. Dust effects, filters, oil dot mapping, etc. But I think it came out really well. It's a very, very simple dio base on a cheap photo frame, some scatter grass, a bit of mud, Tamiya's texture paint in the middle, which came out really well. So a nice simple diorama. Very happy with the tank itself and the crew. Those Alpine figures, man, they are awesome. Very, very good. A couple of different poses. We've got one dude standing there holding onto the rail. He's actually moved. He should be there. And the other guys leaning back, having a rest as we're trundling on the road. So there you go. That's my entry to the Hellcat buddy build. Very, very happy with it. The Academy kit's very basic, but it came out really well. So very happy with that. So another completed one for me. Turn that off a second. Pop this out of the way. And we get to the big one. I completed this one. So this Tiger, you guys saw last month. I've now added it to a base, a dio, which I built over a week or so to get it finished for the Honor Cohen SiG, Tiger 1 SiG. So it's the Whitman Tiger 1, the Cyber kit, fairly rare kit. I paid about £90 for it. We've got a full, we've got a 3-figure Jaguar resin crew set, which turned out fantastic. Full tracks on it again. Very happy with the Tiger itself. The dio base came out well. It looks good. Added a few funny details to it as well, which we'll get to in a minute. I'll grab the camera, we'll go round. A very nice Woodland Scenic tree, which I replaced at the last minute. Grass effects, hand-built trough. We got scratch-built fence post with real barbed wire on it, and yeah, it did snag me. If you're watching the Hangouts again, you'll see me getting snagged by that stuff. We got an ass. That's actually a mule. We got some donkey poo mule poo, which I've scratch built out of some clay, a rat behind the trough with the water effects, and a poor squished rat behind the tank itself as well. So there we go, I had fun building this. If I go to the camera, we'll have a good look around it. So like I say, the Tiger 1 was the Whitman Tiger, cracking kit, really nice. It was really nice to build. The crew turned out very well. So we have a Jaguar crew, resin crew. So we can focus, come on. There we go, stay focused. So they turned out very well. We added photoetch insignias, epaulets, markings to them, which you can see on the collars. We can get to focus, there we go. So actual real ranks by photoetch by Edouard. So they turned out very well indeed, as to the driver, who's fallen asleep by the look of it. He's actually moved in his position, there we go. The headphones were wired up, the throat mics go into the vehicle, pair of binoculars. Very happy with the crew. I actually repainted them twice and they came out a lot better the second time round. The Tiger itself, very happy with. Love that shot. I had that shot on my pictures. Late Tiger with Zimrit. It's a command vehicle as well. Spare track links on the front, again Fruel, absolutely superb. So like I say, you've seen the Tiger last month. I added some dust effects into it just to tie it into this dio. We've got the tree, which is a Woodland Scenics birch tree. Very nice. 2 of these in a box are £12, absolutely stunning. The grass effect, some static grass, some scatter, different colours. We've got the textured base to look like a Normandy road, using again the Tamiya texture paint with some stones, small stones chucked in, and then dust effects added from pigments to make it look a bit less uniform. The rear of the tank, again, very happy with the Tiger itself, thought it came out well. We've got our poor squished rat who's been run over by the tank. Yeah, I know he'd probably be mangled up in the tracks, but for the comedy effect, he's been squished. And oh, he's using some red stuff, not sure what that is, but he's definitely dead. The trough, I scratch built from matchsticks. Filled it with some Vallejo's water effects. It's a bit shiny when the lights are on because I've got like 4 lights on this at the minute, but you can see the effect there. Very happy with the trough. The other rat, he's just sat there chilling out, wondering where his buddy's gone. And then we've got the Tamiya mule, painted up. He turned out quite well. And donkey poo. So there you go. Don't say I don't have any donkey poo. Again, various colours of scatter grass, static grass, stones chucked in there. The barbed wire on the fence, if you can see it, there you go. And it does work as barbed wire. It snagged the hell out of my fingers making it. And again, a lot of swearing. There's been a lot of swearing from me this month on the Hangouts, doing these builds. But again, very happy with it. And a little plaque to honour our Michael. If I can get down low enough, you'll be able to read it. There you go. Cohen's Tiger 1 SiG 2015, Whitman's Last Tiger 007. So again, all built on a cheap £4 photo frame with a bit of MDF stuck on the back, glued in, and then the base set in, raised up using cheap filler. And then everything else just built from the depths of my mind and pictures found on the internet. So very happy with that one. Great to take part in the SiG, great to finish it as well. Always a bonus to finish the SiGs, and very happy with how it turned out. I think it looks rather good myself, and I'm quite critical. Made it up with my Tiger and the crew, and especially the donkey poo as well. So there you go. So there you go, there's all my builds this month. As you can see, I have been busy. I've spent a lot of time modelling this month to get where I am now, and I'm very happy with how it looks. My god, it's a half-hour update nearly. Knew I had a lot to get to, but that's by the by. So there you go, so there's everything I've built, everything I've started. Hopefully next month the Panther will be, should be complete, I hope. The X-Wing will be complete, it has to be because the SiG ends. And there'll probably be more started kits as well. And there we go. So thanks for watching. Sorry if I waffled on for too long about my kit. My god, I didn't realise it'd been nearly half an hour, but I did have a lot to get through. And hope you enjoyed having a look, because I enjoyed building them all. So there you go. So I'll take you back to Lee. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys around.
Right, so there you go. Paul, as always, has been super prolific. He does get a lot of time at the bench, which is fantastic. So well done to you, mate. So I just want to say, obviously come to the end of the show now. Sorry it's late. We're going to make a concerted effort to get next month out on time, so we'll have another show hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. I've got a few videos to release in between then, but hopefully in 2 weeks' time we'll be back on track and we'll be starting on the beginning of the month each as well. But I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors. Obviously, firstly, eModels, our main monthly sponsor. Thank you very much, guys. Models Are Go, we sponsor all our GBs, and S&M stuff, we sponsor all our SiGs and everything, and obviously to UMP ourselves, who we sponsor where and wherever we can. But thank you to everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show, and to all you naysayers, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.